Action. Hello to anyone who's going to be showing up in my live today. Welcome back. Is that a piece of... Oh, wait, that's light. Sorry, I was looking at my bed, and I was wondering what this was. Yeah, that's sunlight. That is sunlight from my window. Because I have curtains that don't cover my entire window. I mean, I do have curtains, but they are these kinds. Oh, that's bright. Okay. Well, let's get started. So for today, I'm going to try to attempt to draw a tree. Most likely, just like the side of a tree and like with some branches. So, where's my... Here it is. Okay. So yeah, that's the subject of today. I'm trying to draw, I don't know, a tree. I got one like? Huh. Okay. That's new. What's up? Hi, Inspector Gadget. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Anything new? Anything new, if I may ask? Or is it just the same old, same old? Hello. Welcome back to my live stream. So for today, I am trying to attempt to draw a tree, and so far it's not looking good. Hi, King. King? Okay, that's a new nickname, but hi there. Hello there. I'm doing busy. I have to find Dr. Claw. Who's Dr. Claw? How are you doing today, Len? Hopefully I'm saying your username right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm very sorry. How are you doing, Len Iant Frog 298? Sorry, I just want to say when it comes to like unique names, I am terrible at pronouncing it. Well, to myself, which I am very sorry. It's a 1983's cartoon. 1983? I don't think we've been in 1983 in many, many, many years. Okay? I don't think we have. It's okay, you almost got it, and I'm good. What about you? Okay, so now we're getting into that part. Okay, so let me just say today, my job was crazy today. We had the fire alarm go off twice, okay? Twice at my job. And here's basically what happened. So we were about to wrap up doing food, okay? Because I work as a chef. And me and my coworker, we were about to wrap up, and we had like 10 minutes before we closed up the breakfast area. But yeah, so anyways, what had happened was um I had well, as I was about to as I was bring coming back inside to after throwing away some trash, and all of a sudden the alarm went off, and next thing I know, we had to yeah, we had to evacuate everybody from the inside. And here's the thing though, generally, I don't know why, but we always have to make sure that everyone, because I work in hospitality, because I work at a hotel, me and my coworkers, obviously, we have to make sure the guests get out first. And once we got pretty much all the guests out, yeah, however, though, I was asking questions like what was going on, why was the fire alarm going off, what was happening. And turns out the reason why the alarm went off was, and this is the part that kind of made me laugh, and I don't know if you'll laugh, but basically someone set off the fire alarm because one of my coworkers went and used the bathroom. They went and used the bathroom, set off the fire alarm, and ended up bringing an actual fire truck from the fire station. Yeah. So generally, I thought that today, while at my job, it was going to be boring, but nope. Apparently, today, someone from my job decided that it would be funny to, or not funny, but accidentally set off a fire alarm because they used the bathroom. Yeah. And that's basically what had happened at my job. So, but that was the first time the alarm went off. So the second time the alarm went off, it was only because my the fire department just forgot to set the alarm, and yeah. So here's the thing though. Actually, both me and another coworker were taught by my manager how to turn off the alarm. Okay, how to turn off the alarm just in case. But yeah, we couldn't this time because we had just found out that that's illegal, and we were just like, what? And now here's the thing though, I've only turned off the alarm once, and that was an event where someone had burnt toast, and yeah. So yeah, that had happened. And when I was trying to talk to all my other coworkers about it, they were just like, "Wait, you do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, so I know how to turn off the alarm, but apparently I can't because it is illegal and we can get in serious trouble." So, and here's the thing, though, the fire department isn't even like that far away from my work. Um, However, though, they do take like a good 10 minutes. And the first time they showed up was because of the whole someone set off the alarm because they went to the bathroom. But the second time was because they didn't check to make sure the alarm was off, which wouldn't necessarily be a problem. But here's the thing though, where I work at, we also have a meeting room, which is also an event room, where basically people go there and they host like events, whether it's parties, meetings, business meetings, anything like that. But there was a 1-year-old child's birthday party that was about to happen. So in my head, I'm thinking, nope, we got to get this fixed because I don't think a 1-year-old wants to be told that at his 1-year-old party, there was a fire alarm that went off twice or multiple times. So, yeah. Hey, on Earth, fire alarm set itself off by someone going to the restroom. Yeah, that happened at my workplace today. So, yeah. Hi, so do you have Roblox? I do not have Roblox, I'm sorry. Bro, remember me? Sorry, I don't. The bullet spot under my neck? No, this is a mole. This is a mole. This is a mole. I have a mole on my neck. I've had it since I was a kid. How's your day? Chaotic this morning, calmer now. Now that I'm off the clock. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, my morning was basically spent with me and my coworkers having to deal with a fire alarm that went off because someone had to use the bathroom. Which, by the way, I don't know how many embarrassing moments people have when, they accidentally set off the fire alarm. And here's the thing though, I have actually accidentally set off the fire alarm at my workplace once, working there so far, once. But that was because I burnt bacon, and yeah, I always say that I think I did a live stream about it. I don't know. If I did, then please tell me if you were there. But anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much how my day had went this morning. And yeah, that's also the only first time I should say that I have ever accidentally set off the fire alarm without, you know, on accident. Now, the second time it did go off, that's when I called my manager to help me through the process of turning it off, and then later, talking to the police department, not police department, fire department. Sorry, I'm tired. I've been up since like 4 a.m. So please, please, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's basically like how a part of my day went. Yeah. And then I came home and had some lunch, and now I'm here doing my live stream. 6 views and 7 likes? Yep, I don't even know how that's possible. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to draw, or at least attempt to draw. So the goal for me is just to like try to draw like a tree or something. Yeah, but so far, obviously, it's not done. Okay, it's not. So, yeah. But you can go at me in the comments saying how much it looks terrible. I know. Here's the thing though. I had done a live stream, I think it was like a few weeks ago or like a week or so ago, where I was talking about how I cannot draw flowers. And I remember doing a live stream of me trying to do a flower. And yeah, let's just say it did not, I mean, it did turn out okay, I will say. However, though, I feel like I could have like fixed a few things, of course, which I think is pretty understandable when it comes to like your own art. You know, you are your own worst critic. So, yeah. So yeah, so right now I'm trying to like draw out the lines because I want to like I don't know. I don't know what type of tree I'm even trying to draw, to be honest. I'm just drawing this because, well, just because. You should take some rest. I do take some rest. So, I had worked from like 5 a.m. to a little bit past 11 because that's the normal amount of time I guess I work when I go to my job. And here's the thing though, I work 4 days a week. I work 4 days a week, and my job has me working some pretty crazy hours. Okay? So here's the thing though. What I do for my job, I'm a cook, I'm a breakfast cook. I have to make sure I have breakfast cooked and served right out in the serving area like that when we open. And I have to continue doing that. I have to continue so until we close. But then also I got to make sure I'm not wasting food because that can be a problem. Um, because if you waste food, then basically I'm wasting apparently money, I guess. But yeah. So that's my problem. Anyways. Also, please forgive me for the sounds from the outside of my door. Thin walls. Thin walls. Okay? Yeah, wasting money. What's my favorite slurp? You mean like Slurpee or something? I haven't had one of those frozen drinks in a while. So, I haven't had a frozen drink in a while. Mostly because we are in November and currently right now the weather where I live at, I don't know, it's very bipolar. That's all I can say. The weather where I live at is very bipolar because half the time it either wants to be cold or wants to be warm or this and that. Specifically, I live in North Carolina, USA, and yeah, it's a hassle. Maria, hi there. Okay, so this is what I got so far. No. I am doing okay. How about yourself, Maria? So yeah, so today's drawing, I'm trying to draw like a tree or something. I don't know. Well, yeah, I am trying to draw a tree, but I'm still working on it. I'm not done yet. But yeah, I do think though I am just gonna leave like this tree with like bare branches because I'm trying to think of like what to put on it though. Like what to put on each branch. Like maybe like a little cartoon bird or something like that. Or okay, so here's the thing though. I do have a difficult time drawing animals. So whenever I do try to draw animals, they always end up looking a little bit cartoonish or basically looking like something that could be from an old TV show. Oh, hey, nice to see you again. Hello. I don't know who you are, but nice to see you, I guess. Sorry, I'm not. I forget a lot of people. Yeah. Okay. So for today, basically, I'm gonna try to attempt to like draw like maybe one or two little cartoon birds on here. Yeah, that's my goal. Because I want to be able to, yeah, I want to just try and see what I can do. Yeah, it's fine. I came across your live one time. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, and like I said, I am terrible with trying to remember people, so it's not you, it's me. I just have bad bad memory. Okay. So here's actually like one example of what I mean by I can't really like draw very detailed birds or animals. So I just drew this out here. I just drew this out, this little figure right here. I just drew this. It's supposed to be like a little bird, so, but I can't draw like very detailed. At best, I can, at the moment right now, I can draw like little cartoon birds, but that's it. So yeah, it's cute. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, either way, I also end up posting this. Either way, I do end up posting these on my post. So you guys can see it and I guess, tell me what you think, good or bad. Thank you. But yeah, so that's basically what I do with most of my drawings. I try to, obviously, I know I need to work a little bit harder or a little bit more on them because, yeah, here's the thing. I know for a fact I'm no Picasso. I don't think anybody is. Unless you are, in which case, how, please teach me your ways. Well, before I go mad, I will say. Wait, who was the one that went mad again? I forget. Okay. So, like, okay, so here's the thing though. I just drew out what I'm hoping are the wings. I'm hoping are the wings. So, like, here it is. See, I'm trying to draw a little bird with wings, right? And this is what I got. Thank you. And here's also that I have been talking about. So I have been talking about wanting to just like okay, and here you go. Here's a little eye that I tried to make. Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to draw like a bare tree with branches. Well, bare branches on a tree and some little animals. It's looking dangerous. Oh, thank you. Wait, the bird or the tree? Just wondering. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, so that's basically what I try to do. Eyes. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, so next thing obviously is that I'm trying to draw like a little squirrel or something, but my only fear is that it will end up looking like a very elongated cat or something. So like, okay. So here, I'm gonna show you what I got. Here's what I got so far. Here's what I got. So I'm trying to draw a squirrel or a chipmunk or whatever, but this is what I got. So, and here's the thing though, like I said, I am not that good with, drawing like very specific. Is that a squirrel? Is it a squirrel? Probably. Yes, I'm trying to draw a squirrel and this is the best I can do. Where it's half of its tail. No, this is supposed to be like its head, and this is supposed to be the tail. Head, tail. Hold on. Basically, I'm just trying, but yeah, so pretty much this is just me doing my best, trying to draw something, some type of animal, I should say. And here's the thing though. I, like I said, I don't, whenever I draw, specifically anything when I try to be a little too detailed, sometimes my mind would end up like racing too much because then I get a little obsessive with like trying to, yeah, trying to just get it so detailed to the point where my brain fries and I end up making like thinking I'm doing like 100 mistakes at a time. That's just how my brain works. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. But yeah, so that pretty much is like me. Yep. What did we just draw? Sorry, my foot had hit something. Do you have veins in your hands? Yes. I should, hopefully. Like every person in the world. I hope so. If not, then I need to go to a doctor. But yeah, so bird, squirrel. I'm trying to think of like what to fill on the other two branches here. Like this one and this one. Like I'm trying to figure out like what to put on these two. So, yeah. A little help. Some help, please. I don't know what to draw on those two branches because I got a bird, I got a squirrel. Um, or I might end up doing like another squirrel and bird. I don't know. Something that I can feel like I can draw. I don't know. Um, okay, I think I don't know. Sorry, this is just my thinking process. This is just my thinking process because I don't know what else to draw on those other two branches, or I might end up drawing the same, like another squirrel and another bird. Just saying. Um, yeah, this is when I need help. Um, a butterfly. I can try. I will attempt to try and draw a butterfly. I will try to draw a butterfly as best I can. So, yeah. So I'm just starting to right now, but I'm not gonna guarantee that it's gonna look, you know, magnificent, yeah, amazing. And I'm saying that word because I can't say the correct word for it. So, so please forgive me. Okay. So yeah. But also I'm trying to make sure I'm not being too detailed with with my drawings because like I said, whenever I try to be a little too detailed in most of my drawings, I end up my brain just ends up frying and I end up like I don't know, just acting like as if I'm going to have a stress-induced panic attack. And I've actually had one of those. I've had one of those where um, I've had a panic attack before, and I haven't had one since I was about 16. I haven't had a panic attack since I was 16. So, yeah. And I do not wish a panic attack on anybody, really. That's all I could say. Okay, so please be kind, but also, so this was my attempt to draw a butterfly, so please be nice, I guess. Right up here. So I'm definitely gonna try to see if I can fix it, but yeah. So now just need one more figure for this branch down here. Then I'll trace it all out. So, any suggestions? Any suggestions will do. Okay. Um, a squirrel, a bird, and a butterfly. Almost sounds like the start of a bad joke. Um, a cat in a tree. I feel like that could scare me. I'm sorry. I am new. What's up? So I'm trying to figure out like what to draw, what little animal to draw on here, on this final branch. So we have a little butterfly. Sorry. We have a little butterfly. We have a little bird. We have a little squirrel. What about this branch? This branch shouldn't be bare. What should I put on here? I'm literally asking anybody in the comments. A fox. I've never attempted to draw a fox before. Um, full of flowers. I don't know. I already tried attempting to make flowers that one and that one drawing, and although it didn't turn out bad, what about a rabbit? Wait, hold on. But that doesn't, I don't know. Does it make sense? A rabbit in a tree? Does a rabbit in a tree make sense? Because I don't think I've ever seen a rabbit in a tree. I've seen a rabbit, a bird. I already got a bird. I already have a bird. Um, let's see. A rabbit in a tree. I have never heard of a rabbit in a tree before, I will be honest. Um, okay. Um, yeah, I'm getting creative block. I don't know what to draw. Like, what? A butterfly, a bird, a squirrel. What's for this? Can you do a monkey? I don't know. I feel like I should have given a heads up that this would be my first time drawing a penguin. A penguin in a tree? Actually, that does sound kind of interesting. I want to see if I can try that actually. I'm going to try and attempt to uh a honeybee, maybe for like another time if I'm drawing something like this, but I'm going to try to attempt a penguin, um, even though that doesn't make sense. Okay, this is my attempt to try and draw a penguin. Okay, well, technically sketch. This is a sketch. A sketch of a sketch of a sketch of a penguin. Okay. Now, I feel like with penguins though, their heads, although they aren't technically birds per se, at least that's what people tell me, penguins aren't really birds. They do have like some features of a bird, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. And I guess a penguin could end up being able to end up in a tree somehow. I don't know. But yeah, this is my first time though drawing or sketching out a penguin. So yeah, let's see the process. Okay, hold on. So here's the thing though. I always say that I wish I could have like two cameras, one where I'm chatting with you guys and one of like actually showing you. Okay. So here's the thing though. I just did the outline, but there are some details that I'm not 100% happy with, but here's what I got. So this is just the outline, okay? This is not the entire penguin. It's just the outline. It's just the outline. Okay. I am going to try and add a little bit of detail. I want to make sure that I'm putting in, for example, a little bit of the details in where you would see the penguin, like its features entirely. So like the one line that's going over its chest, okay? You know, because penguins are all not one color, they are black and white colored. And yeah, and they have like that big section around their torso that's like a different color, or or like a certain section. I don't know. I'm not an animal specialist. I'm not an animal guy. I don't know. I need to do. I'm not on Animal Planet. That's all I can say. Okay, so like, hold on. Let me show you but I am gonna come back here and fix it. But here's what I got. Okay, bye, good night. Goodbye, good night, Amen. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. If I'm saying it wrong, I am very sorry. I will be live again tomorrow, and trust me when I say this idea will most likely happen again tomorrow, so we're gonna need some animal ideas for tomorrow. That's all I can say. But yeah, anyways, so this is just entirely new to me because I have never, well, first off, I've never heard of a penguin on a tree. I've heard of penguins in, excuse me, I've heard of penguins on roads, on tractors, on vehicles, on mountains, even in bushes, and even in the water. But I've never seen a penguin on a tree. Okay? I've never seen a penguin on a tree. It is completely unknown to me. I'm completely in the dark about that. So when I say this is new for me to draw, or at least sketch out the outline of a penguin on a tree, let's just say this is my first time seeing that. So yeah, okay, so now that we got our little 4 animals, I'm going to basically take this black pencil. I do have a black shaded pencil, but it's currently not working for me right now. So yeah. So I'm sticking with this. Hey bro, hello there. How's your morning, day, or night going? So anyways, so what I'm gonna do basically is just that I'm just tracing out certain details. First off, I'm starting off on the penguin because I feel like that's the one where like it has more details added or near, specifically just to trace out more than all the other little creatures I have on here. Okay. Although I'm trying to make sure I'm not tracing out too much, but most likely I feel like it's just gonna. So, like, here's what I mean, okay? Here, let me show you. See? Look at that. That's the penguin. This is the squirrel, bird, and butterfly. This is it traced out in black, in a black colored pencil. Okay. And, yeah. Now I'm gonna try to trace out the bird. That is my second attempt. And I hope it turns out okay. I am just strongly going off of pure hope, but also being real and knowing that most likely it's not going to turn out the way I hoped. But you know what? That just happens when, you're your own artist and your own critique. Okay. So here's what I got now. Hold on. Because I feel like with the bird, I should be able to add details that it has like little wings or something. But then again, that's just me, so like this is what it looks like now. So we got a little penguin in a tree, we got a little bird. Yeah. Now, let's do the other little animals. So next, I'm trying to trace out the little butterfly. Here's the thing though, I did not expect to do a little butterfly. I was kind of hesitant at first, but I decided to say, you know what, I'm just gonna try it, and if it looks weird, it looks weird, okay? Plus, it's my drawing, so. So yeah, so here's a little butterfly. Oh. And now, my attempt to trace out the little squirrel creature. And yeah, so for tomorrow's though, I will be taking suggestions for like I don't know, just for like what little outline shaped creatures I should make or do. I'm gonna try to give this a little nose, although technically it's looking less like a squirrel and more like a weird clown. That's all I can say. Okay. It looks like it's sad. Okay. So here's what I got for the little squirrel, or at least what I don't know. Okay. So now I'm gonna work on the outline for the little tree and just do what I do, I guess. I don't know. Here's the thing though. Originally, I had no idea what exactly I was gonna draw today, to be honest, before I started going live. But once I started going live and I started having some ideas in my head that I wanted to do, slowly something just started to come together. And yeah, that's where I guess, my ideas were born. Okay. Obviously, they're not 100% gonna happen, or like, the ideas are not gonna like come to me like immediately, but at least I feel like I have something to start off with, and then I have people in the comments who do also help me come up with ideas because I don't know, I just feel like it does help a little just to like come up with any ideas really because I mean as long as like it's nothing too um disturbing that you want me to draw, because if so, I'm not doing that. Sorry. But yeah, so this is just my attempt, and this drawing is mainly just going to be in black and white, like most of my drawings are, so yeah. So once I get done with like trying to do the little lines for this branch right here, because I do try to like add not so like detailed details, but at least to make it seem like it is at least looking like somewhat of a tree. I will be honest. Somewhat. Not 100%, not entirely, but yeah. So here's what I got. Okay. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna once I continue with these little details, then yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Well, at least today. I will be live again tomorrow. And here's the thing that I do want to mention. So I do know for a fact a lot of people wish I can go live like every day. And truth be told, I wish that too. But here's the thing though, if you know anything like me, you experience a lot of times where you feel like, I don't know, like if you're on social media too long, then basically you end up like feeling like that's your whole personality or something like that. I don't know. And I guess I should say that I've came across a few influencers, not like I've met them, but like I have seen them when I was younger on YouTube, and just like, wow. So is being an influencer like mainly their whole career or their whole personality? Because and I do know that there are people out there who are influencer out there who do have a, you know, they do social media, but they don't make it their entire personality. But yeah. But anyways, so yeah. And for me though, I do know for a fact that I do have a difficult time with like knowing exactly like what exactly my YouTube channel should be about, and all that jazz. He cares so much about you, he never stopped wanting you, even if you forgot that. Who? Oh God, okay. Well, hey, I will tell you this though. Right before I open up the doors for the because I work as a chef for the serving area where I work at. Every time before I open up those doors, I always say a little prayer to myself, and I always say, God, please watch over me and my coworkers today and try to make sure we do not lose our sanities, and hopefully we all stay safe and watch over us, but not just us, but also watch over the guests as well. So basically, every morning I also say a prayer. I also say a prayer for the guest as well, because the guests deserve to be safe throughout their day. I don't wish them, even if I'm dealing with a guest who wants to be problematic and cause issues. I still wish them the best day, and hopefully it gets better, because I know for a fact how it must feel to be a morning person who has to get up at a certain time if they want to get complimentary breakfast. I should know. I once stayed at a hotel. My biggest mistake was I stayed there and I shared a room with one of my parents and my step parents, and apparently they're both very loud snorers. And my only regret was that I did not have a private room to myself, which, looking back on it, I wish I did, because honestly, that would have. I wish I did, because I needed my sleep. And here's the thing though, I also did know that I had to get up really early because it was one of my siblings' graduations. So yeah. Who is your favorite YouTuber? I've been watching L Cartoons, an animator, L Cartoons for a while now, so also Sarah Sessions. But that's about it. Okay, so basically this is like today's little sketch. Like I said, it was mainly supposed to just be in black and white, but here it is. Ta-da! What do you think? So yeah, so this is basically today's drawing. Now, here's the thing though. When I look at it, I like the squirrel. Thank you. Penguin, bird, squirrel. Yep. So yeah, so here's the thing though. Since this is today's drawing, that will be it for the live stream. But here's the thing though. I will be live again tomorrow, and I am planning on doing something like this again tomorrow. But hopefully we can do maybe some different animals. I don't know, other than a bird. I don't know. We might end up doing another bird or another butterfly. I don't know. Maybe see something different, but yeah. So, and here's the thing though, I always do end up posting this. I always do end up posting these on my channel so you all can see it and just see how it looked. But yeah. So yeah, so this is today's drawing. Make an alligator. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I will try to draw an alligator or a crocodile. It's for tomorrow. Um, but yeah, so anyways, yeah, so that is it for today's live stream. Like I said, I always go live. I will be live again tomorrow. So before I get off live, please make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you can be notified when I go live tomorrow. And yeah, I normally go live at around 3 p.m. Eastern Time. What are you gonna draw tomorrow? Like this, but with different animals, because apparently that's what's happening this weekend. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I will be live tomorrow. I go live every Saturday and Sunday, although I did went live Friday, but yeah. So I go live every weekend, and yeah. So if but other days I post short videos, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, that is it for today's live stream. I will be posting this later today, so you can see it, like it, and tell me what you think. I will be live again tomorrow, so make sure you hit that bell notifications, okay? And if you like this live stream, please hit the like button, wherever it may be. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more live videos like this, or short videos, or any other videos that I post on here. It's free, and you can always change your mind. But yeah, thank you again. I hope to see you tomorrow. And as always, take care and stay safe. Okay? Mwah. Oh, and I love you. Mwah. Oh, and if you're new here, this is basically what I do at the end of my live stream. I always end up blowing a kiss. Mwah. Okay? Okay. Take care now. Stay safe. And see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.